Hello, welcome to Chamber Yoga. My name is Amy. This practice is a lower back reset. So ideal if your lower back is feeling a little bit tight, a little bit sticky, or maybe you just want to generally improve your strength there. You won't need any special equipment, just need yourself and your mat, and we're going to begin lying down. So take your time here. If you've got any cushions, blankets, anything like that, you can bring them in, help make things a little bit more comfy. So slowly come down to lie on your back. And then you're going to bring your feet as wide as the mat and let your knees fall in. And then just completely let everything go. Let your lower back release down to the floor. Close down your eyes. Allow your arms to rest at your side, palms facing up. You should feel this lovely opening in your chest. And we're just going to take the first few moments of practice just to arrive here on our mats. So as you lay here resting, just bring your attention to your breath. Just noticing the sensations of the air coming in and out of your body. Allowing any thoughts that pop up just to come up. Just notice them without judgment and then let them go. It can be really hard if this is the first time you've stopped all day and your mind immediately starts to race as soon as you come to stillness, but just seeing if you can bring that attention back to that inhalation and then the exhalation. Bring both hands to your belly. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand underneath your fingertips. And then exhale it out. Again, another one like that. Full breath in, taking your time. One more. Allowing your breath just to come back to its natural rhythm. Nice and slow and steady. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring your feet back in towards the center of your mat. So they're about hip width apart. Draw your knees into your chest. And again, this is for your lower back. So just taking your time, moving slowly, no jerky movements. Start to slowly rock from side to side, massaging your lower back on the mat. Then drop your feet to the ground. Shift your hips over towards the right and let your knees fall to the left. Bring your arms out along the ground in a T shape. Keeping your eyes closed, keep your gaze up or turn your head to look towards the right, coming into a very gentle supine twist. So there should be no pain. There should be nothing too uncomfortable. So again, if there's something that's pinching or sore, just slowly bring yourself back out of the pose. Let's take 3 deep breaths up and down the length of our spine here. Slowly bringing your head back to center, followed by your knees. And then shifting your hips over towards the left. Let your knees fall to the right. If you happen to have that cushion or blanket or even a block, you can place this between your knees. Turning your head to look to the left or keep your gaze up. 3 breaths this side. You might find one side more sore than the other. Maybe this side feels worse or better. Breathing deep. Imagine your breath traveling up and down your spine. Slowly bringing your head back to center, followed by your knees. Just squaring your hips back on the center of the mat. Giving your knees one more squeeze in. This knees to chest is just a lovely pose in itself. If your back is feeling a little bit tight, a little bit sore, and it's just nice to give yourself a hug. Lovely. Drop your feet back down to the ground. Just drawing your heels towards you so you can just about touch them with your fingertips. Place your palms face down either side of your hips. And then we're going to come into a very low, gentle bridge. So we're not going to come all the way up. We're just going to come up just slightly off the floor. So push into your feet, push into your hands, and you're going to have this sensation of drawing your knees away from you towards your toes. So as you inhale, lift your hip points up towards the sky and draw your knees towards your feet. And we're just going to come off the ground just a little bit. Pull your belly button in. You'll automatically feel your center start to engage. Good. And then slowly release back down. So we're going to do that a couple more times. On your inhale, lift up. And then as you exhale, drop back down. So moving super slow with your breath. Last one, breathing in. Engaging your thighs, your belly, draw your knees away from you. And then exhaling, slowly release. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze, and then slowly roll onto your side. And then using your hands, this is super important here, don't drag yourself up. Use your hands on the earth to push yourself back into an upright position. And then we're going to come onto all fours. So come to all fours however you can or how you need to, taking your time. And then once you get there, just positioning your wrists under your shoulders and then your knees under your hips. Taking your time to get set up. Spread your fingertips wide on the mat and push the ground away from you. So there's no dumping in these shoulders. Tuck your chin, just a fraction, just to lengthen your neck. Pull your belly in. Tuck in your lower ribs just a tiny little bit. Taking a breath in. And out. And then let's slowly move through some cat-cows. So moving into cow pose, drop your belly, shine your chest forwards, lift your chin, inhale. Exhale into cat, rounding your spine, tucking your tailbone, bringing your chin in towards your chest. Again, moving into cow, slowly inhaling. Exhaling to cat. So linking your breath with your movement with your breath. Just do a couple more rounds now in your own time. Slowly. We're not doing these quickly. Moving slowly, slowly, seeing if you can just ease everything out nice and gently. Good. Good. Finishing the one you're on, coming back to a neutral spine. Pushing the ground away from you, just tucking your belly in, just a fraction. This is for your lower back, so it's important that we have this middle engaged just so that it supports you all the way round. Lovely. Take a breath in and raise your right fingertips up towards the top of the mat. If this is enough, stay here. So your right arm is up alongside your ear. Keep your gaze down. Keep pushing away with your left hand. Remembering your centre. If you would like to try a little bit more, you can lift up your left leg and point your left toes to the back of the mat, coming into a balancing table. Good. Take a deep breath in, stretch through your fingertips and your toes. And then exhale, releasing your hand and your knee back to tabletop. Good. Other side. Lift your left fingertips up towards the top of the mat. So your left arm is alongside your ear. Keep pushing into this right arm. Good. Staying here. Or you can lift your right leg up, stretch your right toes to the back of the mat. Breathing in. As you breathe out, release your hand and your knee. Lovely. And you're just going to walk your knees back, and then we're going to slowly, slowly come to lay on our bellies. Take your time, come all the way down, bring your forehead to the mat. Good. Keeping your hands underneath your shoulders. Really super important here that you keep your elbows tucked in. We don't want splayed elbows here. So keeping your elbows really close, like little grasshopper legs. They should be pointing sort of backwards, really close to your rib cage. And then as you breathe in, push into the top of your feet, your hands, your pelvis into the ground. You're going to lift your chest and your chin just a fraction off the ground, coming into a baby cobra. So we're not coming into a full cobra. So just stay here for a round of breath. Keep pushing into your foundations here. So hands, your tops of your feet, pushing your pubic bone down into the mat. So this is coming not from your lower back. Keep your chin tucked to keep your neck long. Take a deep breath in. And then exhaling slowly, release everything down. Good. And then bring your hands at the top to the top of the mat and make yourself a little pillow to rest your forehead. Bend your knees and you're just going to windshield wiper your legs from one side to the other. Just releasing any tension after that little baby back bend. Good. Release your legs. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders and you're going to push yourself back up to tabletop. And then you're going to tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So taking a moment to pedal out your dog here, dropping one knee towards the mat then the other. Your legs do not need to be straight here in downward facing dog. It's so much more important that your spine is long. This is what downward facing dog is. It's a spine stretch, not a hamstring stretch. So if your feet aren't flat on the floor, if your legs aren't straight, mine aren't straight, that's absolutely fine. And then you can gently nod your head yes and no. And then let's come to stillness. So spread your fingertips wide on the mat, grip through your fingertips, send your weight back towards your feet. This takes the weight out of your wrists. Draw your belly towards your thighs, tuck your lower ribs in. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a breath in And then as you exhale, we're going to come to the top of the mat. So you can do this very slowly and carefully. So tiptoe, take little baby steps. You can jump if you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, or you can cross one leg over in front of the other, coming all the way to the top of the mat in forward fold, keeping a deep bend in your knees, especially if your back is tight. If you happen to have some blocks nearby, you are welcome to use them to bring the earth up to you. Otherwise, let everything go. Let your head hang, your arms hang. And then we're going to root to rise here. We're going to slowly roll all the way up. So ground down through all four corners of both feet. Let everything hang down. Deep bend in your knees here. We're going to slowly roll all the way up to stand. Keep your chin tucked. Stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Rolling up. Allow your head to come up last. When you get there, just loop your shoulders up and back a few times. This always feels good, giving your shoulders a good roll out. Lovely. Let's come to Tadasana now, mountain pose. Arms alongside your body, palms facing forwards. Close down your eyes. We're just going to take a moment to check in with how the body's feeling. How often do you actually just sit or stand still and think, oh, that maybe feels a bit tight, or I feel a little bit wonky. Actually, maybe you realise that you're clenching on somewhere. So just seeing if you can go from head to toe, checking in with anywhere that might feel a bit uneven, a bit tight. Maybe you're clenching your jaw. Maybe your forehead is a bit tight. Maybe your shoulders are by your ears, just seeing if you can relax them down your back. Quite a fair few of us, I would imagine, haven't got the best posture due to our current lifestyle. So maybe your bottom is sticking out and your ribs are sticking out. Seeing if you can tuck those lower ribs, tuck your tailbone down and under. Are you engaging evenly through both legs? Have you got even weight in both feet? You could lift your toes and then spread them wide and then place them back down on the mat. See if that makes a difference. Remembering to bring an inner smile to your face. There should be nowhere tight or clenched here. Good, let's take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Lovely, gently open your eyes. Inhale now, sweep your arms out and up. So reach through your fingertips, taking up space. And then as you breathe out, we're going to come to a forward fold, taking a bend in your knees, tilt your pelvis back as we come down into a forward fold. Breathe in, slide your fingertips and your palms up your shins, all the way up to your thighs, if that feels good, elbows pointing back. Tuck your chin, halfway lift, and then exhale, fold again. Deep breath in as we root to rise, bending your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And then exhale, arms down by your sides, back to Tadasana. And again, inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms either to your shins or your thighs. Keep your gaze down, shoulders down your back. Exhaling, fold. Deep breath in, root to rise, come all the way up. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Good, moving really slowly with the breath now. Last round, inhale. Stretch out and up with your fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, however that looks for you, your version. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then exhaling, hands and arms down by your sides, back to mountain. Good, take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Oh, good, okay. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, gently fold forward, folding from your hips. Plant both hands on the mat, and then you're going to slide your right foot back, drop your right knee, and either keep your right toes tucked or you can untuck them. We're going to come into Anjaneyasana, low lunge. So left knee over left ankle. Breathe in, sweep your arms forwards and up. Keep your gaze forward. Keeping this left knee over your left ankle. Your left knee will like to try and sneak in, so try and be a little bit mindful there about it keeping over that ankle. Stretch your fingertips up towards the sky, thumbs pointing back, little fingers pointing forwards. Keep your gaze in front of us. We are not coming into a back bend here. This is an upright low lunge. So again, like we did a minute ago in mountain pose, just checking in with your alignment here. Is your head over your heart, heart over your pelvis? Tuck your tailbone in, down and in. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Take a breath in and out. Lovely. Slowly release your hands back down to the mat to frame your left foot. You're going to tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and then you're going to step your right foot up to meet your left, so you're in a forward fold. Good. You're going to inhale for halfway lift, your version. And then exhale, fold. Deep breath in, root to rise, come all the way up. And then exhale, arms down by your sides, back to mountain. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands on the mat. Slide your left foot back this time. Drop your left knee. Keep your left toes tucked or untucked. Checking in with this right knee, making sure it's over your right ankle. Inhale, sweep your arms forwards and up. Coming into Anjaneyasana, low lunge on the other side. And as always, you might be wonky one side more than the other. Maybe your back feels a little bit more sore this side compared to the other side. Checking in with this knee. Checking it's not sneaking in. Gazing forwards. Pulling your navel in. I know it's difficult, there's a lot to think about. Just this, keeping your middle engaged, just a fraction, just helps support you all the way round. Remembering that your core is not just the front, it's all the way round. So keeping this midsection in the forefront of your mind here. This is what's keeping you stable and upright. Keep your gaze forward. Take a deep breath in and out. Well done, good job. Release your hands down to frame your right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, step it up to meet your right foot, coming into a forward fold. Root to rise now, coming all the way up, deep breath in. And then exhaling, arms back down to mountain. Lovely, inhaling, arms out and up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Plant your hands, step both feet back, dropping your knees, coming to tabletop. And then sink your hips back to your heels. Swing your legs out from underneath you. And we're going to come to sit in Dandasana, staff pose. So legs out in front of you. If you've got your pillow or cushion here, sometimes it's nice to prop that underneath your bottom just to raise your hips up. But if you haven't got it, it's totally fine. So toes nice and active. Keep them pointing up towards the sky. Hands either side of your hips. Push into the ground. So we're coming into this L shape. So keep your chest lifted. Pulling your belly in. Just seeing if you can keep your breath nice and steady and even. Okay, you can stay here and breathe. Or option to come into a forward fold, but only if this feels okay on your lower back. So this is going to be a very gentle, not so generous seated forward fold. So inhale, push your hands into the ground to lengthen up through your spine. And breathe out. Right, now keeping that length. Release your hands, raise them up to the sky, breathing in. As you exhale, think about lifting your arms up and over. This helps tilt your pelvis back so you can fold forward. Taking a generous bend in your knees if you need to, and you're going to bring your belly towards your thighs. Keep your chest lifted, so don't round your neck here or your back. Keep your chest lifted. Few breaths here. As you inhale, think about lengthening up through your spine, lifting your chest, and then as you breathe out, seeing if you can draw your belly closer to your thighs. And I can't stress enough that any soreness, tightness, just back off. Okay, yoga is not a competition. It's not about no pain, no gain. It's not about forcing your body to do something that it doesn't want to do. If you're in pain, that's a signal for you to stop. So keep breathing. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, using your hands to hold you up and support you, walk yourself back to an upright position. Good. Bend your knees, bring your feet to the ground, and you're going to come to lay on your back. So again, taking your time to get there. Hugging your knees into your chest. Rocking from side to side, giving your lower back a little massage on the mat. And then keeping your knees in towards your chest, get your hands, bring them in between your legs, taking hold of the outside of your foot. If this doesn't feel comfortable, if you can't quite reach, you can take hold of the outside of your ankles or just take hold of your shin. And then you're going to reach the soles of your feet up towards the sky, keeping your knees bent, coming into a happy baby pose. So this feels super tight for me today. So just see how you get on. You can stay in stillness, or you can gently rock from side to side. So your knees should be drawing towards your elbows. Feet up towards the sky. Seeing if you can bring an inner smile to your face. Remembering this pose is called Happy Baby. Rocking from side to side. Good. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, release your feet. Bring your knees back together, in for a squeeze. And then letting everything go. So letting your legs go long on the mat. Taking up space. If your back is feeling a little bit fussy, you can come into the posture we did at the beginning. So feet as wide as the yoga mat and bring your knees in together. You can walk your feet either further away or closer to you. And arms alongside your body, palms facing up. Close down your eyes. And we're just going to finish the practice in Shavasana. So take a deep breath in. Notice anywhere that's still feeling a little bit tight. And then as you breathe out, seeing if you can soften. Again, breathing in. And then exhaling to soften everything. Good. Let everything relax into the mat, into the earth. Allow your breath to be steady. And just let everything go now for the next minute or so. You've got nowhere else to be. Coming to rest in Shavasana. You are most welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as time you have. I encourage you, in fact, to stay here for as long as you possibly can. But if you are ready to end the practice here with me, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Slowly draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself one final squeeze. And then gently roll onto your side. Using your hands to push yourself up. Come to a comfortable seat, either cross-legged, legs out in front of you, whatever feels good. Close down your eyes. Relax your hands wherever they land. Sit up nice and tall. Close down your eyes. Just letting that practice sink in. Just taking one more moment before you have to go back to your day. Take a full breath in through your nose and a full breath out through your mouth. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your head. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Remembering that these practices are always here for you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss when they're released, so that we can keep in touch. Thank you so much for taking the time for yourself and for practicing with me today, and I hopefully will see you again soon. Namaste.